Hey everybody, Nerdy Transformed here again, and today I'm reviewing the Transformers 2010 Hubcap. If you want to know what Transformers 2010 is, it's another one of those ones where they really didn't have a name on the packaging, that it took place between Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, hence 2010, Revenge of the Fallen was 2009, Dark of the Moon was 2011. I don't know why they didn't just come up with a name with it for that series, kind of like Hunt for the Decepticons, or even just put it under the Revenge of the Fallen name. I don't know, I guess they couldn't make up a name, but they're definitely movie toys. Anyway, as you see here, Hubcap is a 1930s style car. TF Wiki doesn't really seem to know which one it is. It says that it's like a cross between the Willy 77 and its own successor, the AmeriCar. But it's definitely a 1930s style car, and getting a good look at it. Yep, that's that old style grill there with the pipes coming down the sides, plugged in there. Oh, and that's my dog. You can see paint. The only real paint is the silver for the pipes, the grill, and black for the windows. Black for the windows, which has a chip of paint. Sorry about my dog. He's wanting to come hang out. Let's see if we can get that zoom. If we can get the focus, you can see there's an Autobot symbol there. Nope, can't get the focus, but there is an Autobot symbol there. Yeah, oh yeah, silver on the back bumper too. But yeah, it's a really neat and unique car mode for Transformers. And I really like the look. It's kind of fun to mess around with. It looks like a Hot Wheels toy almost. You know, and it rolls alright. For a good idea of size, he is a Scout class, I believe. Here he is next to the Voyager Classics Ultra Magnus. Let's go with the Scout size Cybertron Scatter Shot. And the Legends Combined Wars Blackjack. So that's gives you a good idea of what his Scout size means. And let's get him transformed. This is where the elephant in the room begins. He's a shell former. Look underneath, and yep, there's all of his robot goodness. All the robot. I mean, granted, it makes his card mode look really nice, but yep, shell former. So, go ahead and grab the doors, just kind of loosen them up. Come up here, and these parts are actually pegged into the grill. You can see there, that's where they're pegged, and you need to pull those out, and there's his arms. You're going to want to come under here, pull this back, and it'll separate right here, and basically you're just unbending his legs. As you can see, his legs are kind of scrunched up under there, with his hips and his knees together. Then you just start kind of moving the shell bits out of the way, flip the feet down, which he has very Gundam-like feet. I don't know why, it seems kind of random, but his feet are very Gundam-like. It's strange. Separate them, and yeah, you can kind of see what I mean by shell forming, where you kind of just have chunks of the vehicle mode just kind of sitting there. So, bring the arms down. And last thing you're going to do is, this is actually a pretty simple transformation, only like, what, 4 steps at most? Is you're going to grab the top of the grill and just bring it down, and when you do, you can see it kind of auto-transforms the head into place. I'm not sure if it's really auto-morph or whatever, but it does sit right there, and just adjust a little bit, and you bring this panel back a little bit and raise the head. And there is Hubcap in his little robot mode. Let's get him standing. Alright, Hubcap in robot mode. To get the size comparisons out of the way. Yeah, they were about the same size in vehicle mode, but in robot mode, yeah, Blackjack's quite a bit shorter. Scattershot is also shorter, not counting his missiles. His feet are a little weird. And of course, Ultra Magnus is much bigger. Much bigger. So let's get them out of the way. Now, a lot of people like to pick on this figure for being a bit of a being a complete shell former. I mean, the only part that's used for his robot mode is the grill, and even then it's just used for his chest plate. But honestly, it's not that bad. The shell really doesn't get away with a lot of his articulation. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it kind of gives him like this armored look almost. It is a bit of a lazy transformation, but it's not. They tried a bit to make him more interesting. Plus, considering his alternate car mode, it's really kind of hard to use some of those parts. And if we're going to pick on shell forming, at least he actually separates his pieces. Blackjack and Hot Rod over here from Combiner Wars are staring at me. Or, you know, you have Scattershot here who just has bumpers sticking out. And then there's also, like, look at some of the Beast Wars shell formers. Oh, good God. Most of them were in Japan only, but, man, they just had chunks of it hanging off. Not even trying to be armored, just chunks hanging off. Here, it's hanging off, but it's at least actually attached to his robot mode. Again, kind of going for a more armored look. So let's look at his actual robot details. His head's pretty nice. It's got, like, an orange, what's it called, faceplate? Kind of like a faceplate going on. He could have a mouth. It's hard to tell, really. Little blue eyes. And then kind of beigeish brown head. The rest of his body's kind of got like this piping detail. Kind of looks like his robot parts are made from the pipes or in the axles from car mode, which is kind of a neat effect, especially on the wheels. See a little wiring detail on his arm there, and just a little detail all up and down the legs. Even a little bit of orange paint. Not a lot of paint in this mode. Most of the paint went for the car mode. Only paint he really has is on the face, a little bit on the legs, and silver on his feet. Which again have very Gundam feet. Kind of mostly from the side, you can see they're kind of very Gundam-like. Kind of weird. The other odd thing is his legs, because of the shell, it's kind of hard to say if they're straight or not. They kind of have this weird bend to them. So it's kind of hard getting it to where it doesn't look like he's kind of leaning. It doesn't. He stands fine, it just looks like he's leaning constantly. Just a weird shape that the movie toys has. And he's surprisingly unmovie-like. Like, outside the detailing, if he had different details, you wouldn't really think he's a movie toy. He could actually pass for like a Cybertron toy or something if you just gave him a weapon that had a Cyber Key slot. I don't know, that could be something for a customizer for a BotCon to do. Turn him into Wheelie or something. Or maybe Cup, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a transporter that has like a 1930 style look to him. That's another thing, is he kind of looks like a 1930s style robot, like what people in 1930s thought robots would look like, or what aliens would look like. Maybe that's on purpose, I don't know, it's just kind of a neat thing. And yeah, the shell kind of hanging off the arms does get in the way sometimes. But if we're going to talk about that, we might as well then go about his articulation. Head is ball jointed. Oh, but yeah, this does not lock down. That's one of the problems with this figure. The chest plate does not lock in at all, which could have been a simple fix. I could just put a clip there. And it looks like it wants to lock in, but it doesn't. Arms are on the swivel, and they also swivel outward on a hinge. They also have a ball joint at the elbow, so swivel, swivel, and elbow. And the kibble does clash a little bit in a couple of areas, but you can get most of your poses easily. No waist. Hinged. Plastic ratcheted actually knees, or legs, I mean, which is kind of random. He has a little small plastic ratchet there. It's a pretty good one too. It's pretty solid. Forward and back, swivel above the knee. Pretty good knee concerning the kibble. I mean, again, because even with the kibble, he still gets 90 degrees, which is all I expect from a knee. And you do have ankle movement that is useful, because you can kind of get him in a, ow, my knee. Took an arrow to the knee. Okay, that means dead. But, you know, you can kind of get almost like he's leaning or he got hit or something. Or maybe he's just, you know, he's a scout, so he could be listening in, hiding. Or I'll just fall over. Ankle's kind of tricky, but I have gotten a couple poses out of him where he's using his ankle. So yeah, pretty short review, but there's really not a lot to this guy. Like, the biggest thing is that he has a cool 1930 style... the 1930 style car mode, and then that he's a shell former. Those are the two biggest things, and I like the car mode, and I understand why he's a shell former because of it. And the robot is still pretty nice. It's still got some nice colors. I wish he had some more paint just to break up some of this gray in some areas, but I don't hate it. And again, he could pass for like a movie style wheelie. So yeah, I like him quite a bit. And he wants to fall over. That's just because I have him, again, you have to lean him a little bit sometimes. Would you think that kibble would help a bit with that? But yeah, that's Hubcap. Pretty cool little figure, a little interesting, and I'm glad I have him. Anyway, I'm Nerdy Transformed. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you have a nice day. Take care.